traditions and the spirit of the contest between schools, and sometimes they also come wrapped as a massive bronze pig. Floyd of Rosedale is on the line in the matchup we have coming up. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Hawkeyes will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Minnesota's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Guys, I know some would have a hard time believing it, but Iowa scored more than 30 points in this game last year and won. 5th straight against the Gophers, taking Floyd of Rosedale back to Iowa City. But again, they scored 31 points, David.
Yeah, and they scored 24 in the second half and just ran away with it. Running the football, Caleb Johnson, hold on. Yep, he just rushed for another first down. Like, had a great day a year ago. Like, they dominated. That is not Iowa-like. Jesse, I bet Minnesota and P.J. Fleck will have something to say about that.
Yeah, when you think about Iowa's offense for years and years, that's been the running joke, right, in college football. But one thing we know about the Hawkeyes, they always play great defense. And in that game last year, they gave up less than 80 yards rushing. They also created 2 takeaways. They won the game on defense, and they're going to have to do that again today.
Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on critical down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got?
Turning it on! He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Golden Gophers are on the move. To the air on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Tracy. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Tracy. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it. 1st down and more. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Talk about getting excited.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The give. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Iowa's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, Dave?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
These corners going to give them some space. Finds his man. It's Anderson.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Pulls it in. It's Gill. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Power football with the run. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. This rivalry between Iowa and Minnesota even predates Floyd of Rosedale. Goes all the way back to 1891, guys.
Crazy to think about a rivalry going that far. And it's passed down, and the uniforms changes, and the names change. But it's so cool, the history of this intact. People keeping track of the records, and it means something to those players back then and to these now.
Yeah, tradition, that's one of the things that makes college football the greatest sport in the world. And the fact that you get to have these...
Brings it to the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now on 2nd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Let's take a minute just to think about Minnesota. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Finds his big tight end. At the 35, he's got room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic.
Oh, he's got some space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Alabama. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but still a good gain. And the Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Finds his target down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. The lone back's got it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To throw, it's Lindsey. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. Lost to fire on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Pulls it and fires to the left. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The Golden Gophers will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Finds some room. And he eluded the... To the air, it's Lindsey. Intercepted, the defense has set him up.